Hey guys, it's Adrian, and today I'm going to be doing a review of Call of Duty Black Ops. Call of Duty Black Ops is the 7th installment in the Call of Duty series. Black Ops takes place during the Cold War in the 60s and focuses basically on the CIA-backed Black Ops, like Black Operations, and the missions they carry out behind enemy lines. First thing I want to talk about, as you can see here, is obviously the campaign.
Who the hell are you?
Like I said, the campaign takes you in the Cold War era, and you are a Black Ops agent. You go around playing multiple characters and take missions in various locations like the Ural Mountains in central Russia, Cuba, Laos, and Vietnam. The single-player campaign revolves around an experimental Soviet chemical weapon codenamed Nova 6. And basically, throughout the role, you're trying to play the character, or the Special Forces, Alex Mason, and the other CIA agent, Jason Hudson, as well as other characters that work alongside them to basically find this Nova gas. You work under the president at the time, John F. Kennedy, and basically, you start out, the first mission, you're basically trying to assassinate Fidel Castro. I'm not going to try and go too deep into the campaign story, as I don't want to ruin any spoilers for you guys, but this is some clips. This is the first level, actually, in the Call of Duty Black Ops campaign. As you can see here, you guys are trying to, basically, you can hear them, if you can hear over my audio, they're talking about the plan to assassinate Fidel Castro. A lot of interactive missions compared to the last Call of Duty, and really, just a really great storyline. Hands down my favorite campaign in the Call of Duty, lineup.
Be cool, Woods. Talking to you.
So you can see here, basically, you guys are on the way out, and it's a really destructive environment. The game is really fast-paced, and each mission brings a new element. Whether you're driving vehicles, using the grenade launcher, sniping, being silent, or being, whatever it may be. There's always a different kind of a different style of gameplay as you go through. And as you can see in this one, you have to follow, is it Woods here? So, going through the campaign, you play multiple missions, like I said, and one of them takes you driving through artillery like the Blackbird, or I should say airplanes or aircraft like the Blackbird. Whether you're in the sky or you're on the ground driving, it has really various different type of gameplay. You're not just always on the ground, first person shooting you. And this is one of the examples, as you can see here. You're in the Blackbird above your tactical team on the ground, and they can't see anything. Basically, you have to navigate your team through the map. And keep them away from the enemy. Get them inside, CP. You have to get them into the safe house, keep them out of sight from the enemy. And as you can see here, you can control the zoom. Just really adds a great interactive feel into the mission. And not only that, the great thing is you actually get to play the ground team as well as you're controlling the Blackbird above. So you can see here, it kind of zoomed down into the ground team below, and you're just kind of waiting for those guys to come in. And, it switches off. This is a really great mission. Again, I'm trying not to get too deep into the details because I don't want to spoil any part of the story, like where you're at and, who you're playing right now. But as you can see here, you're just kind of waiting for these guys to go in, and then you go loud, obviously, after that. But this mission, along with many others, gives you different opportunities to play different style of gameplay. In this one, as you can see here, I'm trying to go silent in this one. Don't really want to alert anybody, want to stay in the shadows. And as you can see here, the graphics, or the gore, and like in the other Call of Duty, in the beginning they ask you, if you want to change the graphic violent level, if you want to see the blood and all that. It's more bloody. Again, this is the production by Treyarch. This is Infinity Ward. There is a lot more blood, a lot more kind of gore, shooting off of guns and that type of stuff. And again, you get options throughout that.
M202's Bowman starboard side armored up.
So as you can see here, we're driving through the jungle here on boat, and you get to control not only the boat and how it moves,
let's see what they think of this.
Use the turret here, and you also get the missile. So again, like I said, you get a lot of different options. Alright, moving into the multiplayer. Online, the player matches have changed quite a bit from the original Call of Duty. You have 4 main modes: Core, Bare Bones, Hardcore, and Prestige. You keep most of the same matches that you had in the basic Call of Duty: Team Tactical, Team Death, Search and Destroy, etc. The Prestige mode adds a mode for you to only play with those who have Prestige. Hardcore is basically 1 bullet, 1 kill, Ricochet is enabled. Bare Bones is basically these pure match types without kill streaks. There is no kill streak, it's just, pure killing. Now, creating a class here, as you can see here, some of the classes I made after my first Prestige, so I'm only using the FAMAS and the Scorpion as of right now. You get a lot more to do when creating classes. You get to obviously go through your weapons. You can go through your, these are the SMGs. You can go through the assault rifles, and you can unlock those. But unlike the previous Call of Duty, you use what they call COD points. COD points is a system of you get money as you play the game, as you get achievements, as you get kills, as you level up. And as you complete, matches and wins and stuff like that, you get what they call COD points, depending on how good you do in the game. For example, in Search and Destroy, 1 kill is worth 500 points for XP. But not only that, you get COD points after the end for match bonuses, etc. And you can use this to buy camos, attachments, clan tags, new weapons that are unlocked. So, for example, some weapons like the Commando that you can get is unlocked at level 44, but you don't have to buy it unless you want to. So this kind of adds a different element to the game, because some people buy only SMGs, some people will buy assault rifles, some people kind of spread it out. Some people buy different equipment like the Claymore. And the perks also cost money. The main perks are Lightweight, Scavenger, Ghost, and Flak Jacket. Basically taking away some stuff like, they took away, I believe, what do you call that? Danger Close. They added some stuff like Harden, which is basically FMJ. Scout, which is your, the steady aim with the holding the breath. Steady aim is your increased hip fire. In the third perk set, you have stuff like Marathon, Tactical Master, Protect Against Gas, Ninja for Silent Footsteps, Second Chance, kind of like Last Stand, and of course the new perk, Hacker, which allows you to take control of enemy equipment like camera spikes. You can also, if you get Hacker Pro, I believe you can actually change your care package once you get it. So if you get something in a care package you don't like, you can actually change it and try and get a second chance at a better care package. Going through the kill streaks here, you see it only goes up to 11 now. Gunship, you get Chopper Gunner still, you have Attack Dogs are back. And yeah, so the kill streaks are a little bit limited now compared to the tactical nuke that you can get in Modern Warfare. Alright, moving on to some gameplay here. I'm using the FAMAS with I believe this is a reflex sight or a red dot sight. Oh no, this looks like the reflex sight. Playing some hardcore team deathmatch here, team deathmatch. And as you can see here, the gameplay is much more, fast-paced, and unlike Call of Duty or Modern Warfare, the game is much more difficult in a sense that it's not as easy as it was to camp like in Modern Warfare. As you can see here, this is one of the new features, the jump to prone, which I really like, which is when you're sprinting, you can actually hold B if you're on the Xbox, or, I guess with the circle on the PS3 while you're running, and your guy tends to jump and into prone. As you can see here, also, the grenade arc, the angle of which you throw nades now is much more different. You can't chuck nades halfway across the map like you could in Modern Warfare. Well, you could still chuck nades pretty far. There's a less, accuracy and, distance that the nades can actually go now. So the game has overall been much more difficult. Not like, people can still go 25-0, but there is no tactical nuke that you can get. But it's not, there's not a lot of campers now because there's so much more equipment and so much, the maps are really kind of, either if they're small, like this one is called Nuketown, which is one of the smallest maps in the game. Basically, just a small neighborhood, except for two sides. What I have noticed though, with not really, like I said, there's not much camping just because it's so easy now to take somebody out who's hiding in the corner, whether you have an RC car, whether you have a Valkyrie rocket, you can see that dude jumping in the window. There's so much destructive equipment like vehicles and claymores that it's just much more difficult. Another multiplayer match is known as wager matches. Wager matches allows you to wager your COD points in different sets of wager matches. For example, this one's called One in the Chamber. You have one bullet in a pistol, and for every shot you miss, if you miss a shot, then you can only knife. But for every kill you get an extra bullet. And actually, I did really good in this game, and I actually won the match. But basically, you also have 3 lives, so if you die 3 times in the wager match, you lose. And you can wager up to different set of COD points. There's 3 modes. You can do basically the low bet mode, and then there's medium bet, and of course there's the high roller, which is wagering thousands or 10,000s of COD points. Where in the lowest one, you can only wager up to 10 or 20 COD points. But One in the Chamber isn't the only one that they have. They also have Gun Game, which allows you to cycle through guns. They also have Sharpshooter, and they also have Sticks and Stones, which only allows you to use stuff like not throwing knife, but a hatchet or a tomahawk, I should say, and other stuff like that. So wager matches are pretty fun if you want to wager your COD points. All right, moving into here, this is what they call the theater mode. Theater mode is basically allows you to go through and watch your games. This is one of the crazy, awesome new modes that they've launched in the Call of Duty Black Ops series. This actually, as you're playing your multiplayer online games, it actually records each game you play. that that meaning what do you call that, multiplayer games, not stuff like Nazi Zombies. And you can actually go through your game, watching it play by play, the whole game. You can watch your camera, you can watch other people's camera. You don't even have to watch it from the first person view. You can watch it first person, you can watch it third person. You can even do a free cam, as you can see here. I'm following my guy free cam. And I can actually watch it in fast motion. I can, slow it down, go really super slow motion. This is really great for montages, for those cool kills that you, might have gotten, or, whatever it is across the map, whatever it may be. And you can actually use your clips and save them with what they call a file share, which allows you to, share your clips with other people. So when people click your account, they can actually check out all the clips that you want to kind of advertise. You can take snapshots. You can, like I said, you can record certain clips. You can make markers. You can rewind. You can pause. You can play it at normal pace. So if there's ever those things that, those cool kills, that cool kill streak you got, whatever it may be, you can show your friends. All right. And the other mode that they released or brought back, I should say, from World at War is the Nazi Zombies. One of the really favorite modes from a lot of people that really was missing. Something that was missing in Modern Warfare was the type of game that you can play with your friends, and something interactive, something that you can do cooperatively. Of course, they had Spec Ops and stuff like that, but I think really nothing beats zombies, and that's Nazi Zombies. Basically, you have different maps where they have what they call little barriers around all the sides of the map, and zombies are trying to come in waves, and basically you start off from wave 1 and you can go all the way up to whatever, it's kind of like an infinite amount of waves depending on how high you get. And as you go, you can repair the barriers, you can get points, as you can see there in the bottom right, and you can buy new weapons. You can get stuff like a mystery box, which gives you a random weapon, maybe a really cool weapon like an alien ray gun. Maybe monkey bombs, which are really cool things that attract zombies to a bomb, and it just blows up, kills all of them. And there's stuff like Pack-a-Punch, where you can upgrade your weapon to make it highly powerful. One of the really great modes in the game that I'm really great that's back, and again, it's Nazi Zombies. So overall, going over the pros of the game, they got new combat training, which allows you to play with the AI bots. The game's much more difficult in terms of online and campaign mode, and also much more balanced in terms of weapons, the COD point system, etc. So that's a big pro. It's much more balanced than the previous versions of Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare. COD points is, I guess, in a way a pro, just because instead of unlockables now, you get to purchase your items and perks and, weapons and equipment, etc., depending on what you want to buy and what type of class you want to use. The COD point system, again, goes along with the whole balancing of the game. Last but not least, the campaign. The campaign did a really great job of picking a great story, picking up on one. I guess that's kind of following up from the whole World at War series. And then, taking a story and sticking through in the end is really, really great. So if you haven't played the campaign, I highly recommend you do that. Right, so those are the pros of the game, and let's move on to the cons, of course. The cons, there's the UI changes. There's some small UI changes. If you're used to previous games, that you're going to notice some stuff like the XP progress bar is now missing in the bottom of the screen, so some stuff like that. And that goes along with the graphics. The graphics have changed in a way that it's kind of more grungy. You get a grunge-type style of gameplay where it's much more darker. Maps are not as, it's the graphics, I wouldn't say really, I don't know if you compare them to Modern Warfare. The guns don't look as detailed to me. The camo looks great and all, but the guns aren't as detailed as I thought they would be, like in Modern Warfare. But still, the game is great. But graphics-wise, it's not, the best in graphics. Another con is the sound. Sound whoring is much more harder in the game. Whether it's defusing a bomb or whether it's listening for footsteps in the game from players from behind or whatever it may be. Sound is much more different in the game than it was in Modern Warfare. And last but not least, the equipment and kill streaks. Equipment is much more, I guess you can say, powered more now, like claymores and stuff like that. There's not really an opportunity to run through with lightweight or anything like. There's no like Scrambler Pro or anything. But there is, like, going along with that, the kill streaks, I guess, are a little bit more. Some people want heavier stuff, but now it's only up to 11. And that's there's no tactical nuke or anything like that. So some people were missing that, but. I think they'll nerf the equipment in the upcoming game or upcoming updates. But as for that, that's about it for the cons. And overall rating, I'm going to give the game an 8.5 out of 10. It really is a great game, adding on to the Call of Duty franchise, selling over 7 million copies in the first day. And I'm sure, it'll just add on. I'm sure new DLCs will come out for the game and will improve, in the maps and stuff like that. New Nazi zombie maps, all that great stuff. So definitely pick up the game. I think if you hated the last game, the previous version, or if you liked World at War and COD 4, then this kind of takes all of those and puts it all into one game and adds great new features. So guys, that's it for now. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel at youtube.com/digitaldojos, and of course the website at www.digitaldojos.com, and follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/kidguru. Thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe.